Good evening. My name is Tamara Blue. I am a proud union member with SEIU. I am a CNA here in the city of Detroit, and I've been a healthcare worker for over 30 years. I am proud to represent frontline essential workers who've done so much and given so much to keep our community safe and cared for through this pandemic. It is indeed my privilege, it is indeed my honor to introduce a champion for working people. At this time, I present the Vice President of the United States.
Pushing to get every eligible American vaccinated. Last week, the President spoke about what our administration is doing to boost vaccination rates. And basically, it boils down to two big things. We are bringing the facts, not misinformation, the facts directly to the people. And that's a big deal, as you all know. We got to get the facts out, because sadly there's a lot of misinformation. So let's know what it is, and let's talk to our neighbors and our friends and say, here, let me tell you about the facts. Okay, the facts, one. And two, bringing the vaccine directly to the people. Okay? So we have volunteers who are going door to door to give people information about the vaccines. Why? Because we shouldn't require that people knock on our door to find out what's going on. Let's take it to the streets. Take it to the people. That's what we're talking about doing. Knock on those doors. Hello, neighbor. We also have vaccines being sent to primary care doctors and pediatricians. Pediatricians who so often will treat the child, and then as they're treating the child, look over at the mother or the father and say, well, how are you doing? Right? And we are setting up clinics in workplaces and sending mobile clinics into communities. We are leaving no stone unturned because we know getting vaccinated, here's the thing, getting vaccinated is the single best defense against COVID-19 and its variants. It's the single best defense. And folks, this Delta variant is no joke. Detroit, this Delta variant, it spreads faster, and it is in many cases reported to be much more serious in terms of its impact. And the vaccine will protect you from it. And here's how I know. Virtually every person who is in the hospital sick with COVID-19 right now is unvaccinated. I'm going to repeat that. Virtually, it's a fact. Pay attention. Virtually every person who is in the hospital right now, sick with COVID-19, is unvaccinated. So let's do this in a way that we don't judge anybody. We're not looking down on anybody. But we do want to give them the information because nobody should have to live with any kind of sense or feeling of regret when there's so much that's available to help them. You know, I got my second shot back in January, and I'm so glad I did. And of course, you know, I thought, oh, I can handle anything. But that next day, I was a little off for a couple, you know, I was just not feeling so well that next day. But that was it. And then back to normal, right? So yes, okay, that's part of it. But it's just, you know, a few hours, and it can save your life. Yes. It can save your life. In the words of your own Miguel Cabrera, the shots are nowhere near as bad as the virus. Fact. So if you have not yet been vaccinated, it's July. It's time. It's time. So it is time, and it is time to roll up your sleeves and get the shot. And if you already have, find someone who hasn't and help them. I do believe that the act of getting vaccinated is the very essence of what the Bible tells us when it says, love thy neighbor. And so by getting vaccinated, you are loving your neighbor.